Hello again and welcome back to Adventures with Uncle Jay, the show that evolves even as the subject matter deteriorates. Okay, today we're out at Bluestem, Washington. I came out here because I wanted to look for a post office that was built out here in 1905 or 1902, sometime between those years. And I think that after looking at this building right here, I'm really suspicious, but in a minute we'll look inside of it. Also, I see another cluster of buildings out here, and they look like, I don't know what they are, but definitely it is something. Now see this building right here, to me that right there is very suspicious and post office looking. Let's take a better look at it. I don't know, what do you think? Look at that window. Alright, so let's take a look at the rest of this building and see if this is the post office. Okay, well none of these buildings are going to be here much longer. This one's absolutely pulling apart at the wall, and all the buildings out here are actually coming down. There's a cluster of about 5 buildings, 3 of which look... Okay, now wait a minute. Now you see that right over there? Not the door on the rafter, but down there. Now to me that looks like a mail sorting area. Okay, what do you think? Is this the post office? Well, if it is, it's not going to be here much longer, because as I was trying to say, all of these buildings are coming down pretty quick. They've all got heavy damage, and every single one of them is leaning. And there's 3 buildings in the main cluster. There's the other 2. There's a lot of those old grain elevators around, and up in the hills, just a little ways away, there's 2 more houses that are abandoned. Alright, so I'll quit blabbering and let you look around a little more. Okay, so here's the porch, or what would be the main entrance, and it actually faces away from the road and towards the railroad and the other 2 buildings. Okay, now we'll head over to the next building. Now this one, I'm not sure what it is. The funny thing about these buildings is none of them have root cellars, and so they all have like these square storefront attachments to them also. I'm really suspicious of what this was for. I'm thinking it wasn't a house, but I don't know what it was used for really. See, this one has got like this square storefront type appearance to it also. I think these buildings are probably about, like I said earlier, about 1902 to 1905, somewhere in that area. I'm really not sure what this building was used for. That's a pretty odd looking thing on the back porch right there. You know, and the thing is, even though I have a good imagination, I really don't know what this was used for. It's hard to believe these buildings are over 100 years old, and I do believe some of the stuff inside is probably at least 50 to 75 years old. Maybe even older. Like, for instance, those steps, that table, that desk we've seen. I don't know what's under this stuff if the snow goes away. It's kind of a unfettered area. However, I don't really recommend just coming out here unless you have gear. Now again, I'm not sure what kind of building this was or what this building was used for. I don't think it was residential when it was constructed. Okay, now this room, the roof completely fell into. That's what I was saying about this area out here. It's really fallen in. And I really don't recommend people coming out here and poking around in these buildings. So the ceiling is pretty much completely gone, and there's such a lean on these walls. They're starting to buckle. Now this might have been a little sleeping area. I see there's a closet, and hear that sound? Could you imagine living here with the train going by? Or at least staying here and minding this store or whatever it is? I don't know what it was. It's a little closet area right there. It's all fallen in too. I don't know, it could have been a little living area too. People would sit back here, watch the train go by, do take care of business out front, I guess. See, look how much that wall is leaning. These buildings don't got much time. And there's looking out the window at what I think is the post office. I'm not sure what this building is that we're in. I'll chalk it up mystery building. And that brings us to the third building in this little Bluestem cluster. I'm not sure what this building was either. Again, it kind of has a strange, almost storefront feel, and I really don't know what it is. I wish I could make a guess, but I don't even have an educated guess. The one is a two-story building. The layout is more like a general store layout, or I'm not sure what it is. Again, I'll let you all take a look and you tell me. Okay, while we poke around, I'll give you a little bit of historic information, which I really don't have much about Bluestem. I know it received its post office in 1904, and the post office was there until 1951. It was a farming community, and it got its name from the type of wheat it grew, Bluestem. And this is why I always want to go hiking with people or go exploring with people, because, I don't feel safe going up that by myself out here in the middle of nowhere, but if I had somebody with me, I could actually go up there. And the same thing goes for like root cellars too, except for those I'm especially cautious around, because you get down in them, you cannot see where you're putting your feet, you can't see where your legs are. All kinds of critters love to hide out down there. Now I can already see this building's got some, looks like really, really old graffiti. I think it probably predates graffiti to the point of being just vandalism. Alright, well, I'll quit blathering again and let y'all just look around. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the trip, and I'll see you next time.